Hello, dear students. How are you? This is going to be the second lesson on our pronoun reference. In the last class, we gave you some of the rules on how to solve the problems regarding pronoun reference. And today, we're going to deal with some other problems. To solve the problems with pronoun reference, students are supposed to know some of the specific pronouns that we always use in our sentences as well as in our passages. Among those, uh, personal pronoun. Personal pronouns can be divided into some categories. For example, subject pronoun. You see here, subject pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, they, and their objects, object pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, us, them. And now, let's see what are the uses of subject pronouns. First one, subject pronouns are used in place of subjects. That means if we add a subject with another subject, if it is a compound subject, both subjects should be in subjective pronoun forms. Use the subject pronoun in places where you have a compound subject. For example, you and me are exactly of same size. You and me, here, you and me are in the place of subject. So there should be subject pronouns, but here we see that you and me, you is in the subject form, but me is not. This is in object form, so this is wrong. This me should be replaced by I. You and I are exactly of same size. So in compound subjects, we must use subject pronouns. Second sentence, Rukia and me share the same wardrobe. This is also incorrect. This me should be I, because Rukia is in the form of subject. So me also should be in the subject form. So this should be I, not me. Rukia and I share the same wardrobe. Then, rules 2. Use a subject pronoun after the form of the verb be. Am, is, are, was, were, have been, has been. After these forms of be verb, we should use subject form, not object. It is me who did it. No, this is incorrect. Because me is followed by the verb is. This should be I. It is I who did it. It may be them entering the room. This is also incorrect because the word or the pronoun them followed the verb be. So this also should be they, not them. It may be they entering the room. Then, rule 3. Use subject pronouns after than or as. So, you must keep in mind the two words than and as. After these two words, we should use subject pronoun. The subject pronoun is used before a verb which is understood after the pronoun. Saurabh can hold his breath longer than me. Here, me followed than. So, this should be in subject pronoun I. The sentence should be Saurabh can hold his breath longer than I. Second sentence, her 13-year-old daughter is as tall as her. No, her is in the object form, but after as we must use subject form. So this should be she. Her 13-year-old daughter is as tall as she. Now let's see the use of object pronouns as objective verbs. So after transitive verb we must use, or after verbs we use object form of pronouns. After transitive verb we use object pronouns. Here the first sentence, he helped me, we saw them. So me and them followed the verb helped and saw, and those verbs are transitive verbs. So here the use of me and them in the object pronoun is correct. Second sentence, object of prepositions. After preposition we must put the pronouns in object form. He wrote all about us in his book. The pronoun us followed about. About is a preposition, so after this preposition we must use object form us. He wrote all about we in the book, in his book, or our in his book will be wrong. Third sentence, when two pronouns follow a verb, both pronouns should be in object pronouns. If there have more than one pronouns that follow the verb, then both follow the verb or a preposition, both should be in the object form. I argued with his sister and he. This is wrong because his sister and he both followed the verbal phrase argued with. So here the pronoun he should be in the object form him. Argued with his sister and him. Now let's see the uses of possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns, that means the pronouns by which we mean someone belonging something, or something belongs to someone else. That is, the pen is mine, so the pen belongs to me. His book, the book belongs to him. So the pronouns that stand for belonging something else or someone to own something else, in those cases we use possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns show ownership or possession. The furniture is mine, but the car is hers. So what are the possessive pronouns? Let's have a glimpse. Mine, mine, your, yours, his, her, hers, it's, our, ours, your, yours, their, theirs. So these are the possessive pronouns. So let's see some of the most important uses of possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns never use an apostrophe. Apostrophe. The pen is hers. Here we see that before S there is an apostrophe. This is wrong. The pen is hers. This is correct. So in possessive pronouns we must not use an apostrophe. Second sentence, my pet does not get along with theirs. This is also wrong because the pronoun theirs uses apostrophe. So this is wrong. We must omit the apostrophe, and this should be my pet does not get along with theirs. Third sentence, the house with the maroon shutters is ours. No, ours. This is wrong because this has used apostrophe. So correct sentence should be the house with maroon shutter is ours without apostrophe. Now let's see the uses of demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns point to or single out a person or thing. There are four demonstrative pronouns. So, actual demonstrative pronouns demonstrate something else. This is mine. This pen is mine. This pen is mine. This pen, that boy, those boys, these girls, etc. So, this actually single out person or thing. Generally speaking, this and these refer to things close at hand. That it actually indicates the things or persons that is near. That and those refer to things far away, not near, that is farther. These four pronouns are commonly used in the role of demonstrative adjectives as well. So sometimes these four demonstrative pronouns play the role of adjectives too. Let's see the examples. This milk has gone sour. This milk. So, the word milk, the noun milk, is actually predicated or qualified by the word this. So, this is a demonstrative pronoun. At the same time, this has played the role of an adjective. Those plants in the corner don't get enough light. Those plants. Here, just have a look. Milk, uncountable noun, or this is regarded as single or singular. So the pronoun this has been used here. This refers to singular noun. And second sentence, those plants, those actually refer to further things, and at the same time this refers to plural nouns. So this actually is put before a plural noun, that is those plants. Those has been used before the plural noun plants. Then comes the most important use of some of the pronouns who, which, and that. The pronoun who is used to refer to people and animals that have names. So who can also be used for animals if we call them in the name. For example, if you have a dog and you call it Tom, so Tom can be replaced by the pronoun who. The pronoun who is used to refer to things and animals that don't have names. Keep in mind, which is used to indicate things or animals that don't have their names. And the pronoun that is used to refer to things, animals that don't have names, and rarely collective or anonymous people. Avoid mixing up these pronouns, please keep in mind. So just keep in mind the differences between the uses of who, which, and that. Let's see the example. A student that studies hard will succeed. No, a student is a person, and this can be indicated by the pronoun who, not that. So, in short, just keep in mind the very simple rules of pronoun reference. First one, avoid sentences in which there are two possible antecedents for a pronoun. So, a pronoun is indicated by a noun is indicated by a single pronoun. So, if there have more than one antecedents of a single pronoun, the sentence is wrong. Second one, avoid references to an antecedent which is removed from the pronoun or so placed as to confuse the reader. So pronoun actually stands, or pronouns are put just closer to the nouns it refers to. Third, avoid the vague use of this, that, and which. This, that, and which. 4. Do not use a pronoun to refer to a noun that is not expressed but is merely implied by the preceding sentences. Avoid the indefinite use of they, you, and it. So up to this, thank you very much for being with my class. Take care.